In this episode of Financial Literacy for Beginners, we're going to talk about a money trick that will help you achieve all of your financial goals. Cue the intro. All right, so this money trick is it's a series of steps that I want you guys to take, but I want you to do this for a week and watch what happens. Just watch what happens in your life. So the first thing is I want you guys to try to wake up early. If you're not already waking up early, even if you are waking up early, I want you to wake up early. And when you wake up early, don't reach for your phone. Don't touch your phone. And, kind of do the things you normally do in terms of your personal hygiene and all of that. But I want you to start thinking in that moment. I want you to start thinking about the financial goals that you want to accomplish. That's what I want you to put your mind. I want you to focus on that first thing. And the next thing I want you to do is do physical activity. I want you to take a physical activity. If you don't already work out in the morning, if you do work out, if you do have a workout plan, I want you to shift it to the morning and start working out in the morning. Take some time to really get your blood pumping and get your mind and your body connected. I want you to do that. And again, don't touch your phone. I don't want you to touch your phone yet because I want you to keep your phone on silent. Even if you have meetings and all of that things later, please schedule those in a way where you don't have to touch your phone while you're doing these things. And get your mind and body in tune by doing some physical activity. Definitely drink a glass of water when you get up in the morning. Drink a glass of water, and I want you to consume whatever you consume for breakfast. While you're thinking about your money goals, while you're thinking about the things that you want to achieve with money, what this is going to do is this is going to create a connection between all of those movements and processes that you're doing every day. And I want you to do them consistently the same. So every day, if you establish whatever that is that first day where you get up, you may, stretch, get your physical activity going. You may take a shower, whatever that is, thinking about those money goals that you want to achieve. And I want you to think about the steps that you're going to take to get to those things done, to bring those things into fruition. So think about them in terms of steps. If this is the first thing that I have to do, I need to do this to get to this point, to get to that point, and all the steps. I want you to run those things through your mind while you're doing that morning routine. Like, you're getting up, you're getting your glass of water, whatever it is, that physical activity. Don't touch your phone while you're doing it. Try not to touch your phone the whole time. Get all of those things done. Then once you do that, once you get those things circulating in your mind and you have that physical activity and you have that process, I want you to implement gratitude. I want you to insert gratitude into that process. So the whole time you're doing it, I want you to say thank you. I want thank you to be the end result of you doing it, as if it has already happened. Every time you do something, if you think about the thought of, okay, today, what I need to do to achieve my financial goals is I need to go and research this thing. I want you to say thank you. Thank you for the opportunity to go and research this thing. It will be great to do that. And I'm glad that I had the opportunity to do that. I want you to say thank you. I want you to show gratitude for all the things that you're going to accomplish, because you're going to accomplish these things. These are not fictitious things that you are just hypothetically thinking about. No, all these things that you are rolling around in your head that you want to accomplish with your financial goals, the money that you want to make, all of those things, I want you to give them real dollar amounts. Say, okay, I want to make, $5,000 on my first client doing this. If that's something that you want to do, I want you to say thank you for the ability to make $5,000 on this first client, right out the gate. And I want you to keep doing that for a week. I want you to do that every day. Go through that process every day. Don't stop doing it, because what it's going to do is going to increase your muscle of achievement. And you're going to start to believe what is actually going to happen, because it's going to happen. If you continue to do this every day, and you set out on a course to make those things happen, and you start to take those steps that you're thinking about, you're increasing the likelihood that it's going to happen sooner. It's going to happen because it's something that you want to do. The things that we think about, they come to fruition. The things that we think about and we give energy to, if we're thinking about something and we're saying, okay, this is something that I want to happen. I want to make, this amount of money, and we speak that into existence, and we give it action. We give it an action. That's the reason why I want you to actually, introduce the physical activity, the spoken word of what you're saying and what you're thinking, and, and the gratitude. Because once you give it an action, you think about it, give it an action, and show appreciation for it, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Hands down, it's gonna happen. It will happen in your life, and it will happen a lot of times faster than you think. It'll happen so fast sometimes it'll make your head spin. You're like, wait a minute, I just thought about that. Sometimes where this happens a lot in our lives, where sometimes you'll be thinking about something you want, and you might talk about it with someone else, like, oh man, I really want that, blah, blah, blah. And you show appreciation in that moment of, man, thank you. I'm glad we had this talk, or I'm glad I can be able to do something like that. And those three actions, that thought, that verbalization of it, and the showing of appreciation of it, make it happen, because your body and your mind are in tune and in sync with doing that particular thing. Especially if you have the steps laid out in front of you, there's no way you can be kept from it. Because if you have the steps there, even if they're hard, even if they're difficult, you're going to take the steps to get there. It makes you think about it that way. You start to really think about things in a total vision of how they can be done, and you internalize that. So I want you to try this for a week. If you have something that you've been thinking about that you really want to happen in your life in terms of your finances, you really want to happen in your life in terms of your health, you can try this with other things. Really bring those things to fruition by doing this process. And the reason why I didn't want you to touch your phone, and I don't want you to touch your phone during that process, is because your phone is a distraction. You can't break the link between those three things. The link has to be really strong for these things to happen. Whatever thing you're consuming or allowing into your gates, it can be as simple as a person that is talking negatively in your ear every day. So be careful about those things, and don't break that connection. Keep that connection solid between, those things we just talked about. Keep that connection solid so that you can step into the thing that you're going to achieve with an open mind and the right spirit and the right energy. You're going to move into that thing. So definitely do that, and it's going to happen. It's going to happen. I already see it happening for you, and I'm encouraged for you, and I'm happy for you. And I hope you are encouraged and happy for yourself, because it's going to happen. I hope this has been extremely helpful for someone. And until we talk again, I wish you health, wealth, and freedom.